Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole. This is where you fall down.
What's going on, everyone? My name's Henry from Ahead of the Curve 94. Thank you so much for tuning in to a very special episode of Old Habits Die Hard. On today's show, we're talking about the 30th anniversary of the OG Mortal Kombat film. And people, I am hella excited for the upcoming second film to the recent reboot. So yeah, if you're excited, tune in. I've been a lifelong Mortal Kombat fan. It's my favorite fighting franchise. Second place is Street Fighter. It's been a long time coming. So with that being said, cue the intro, god damn it. Alright, people, let's read the plot synopsis. The film follows a group of heroes who participate in the eponymous tournament to protect Earth from being conquered by malevolent forces. Its story primarily adapts the original 1992 game while also using elements from the game Mortal Kombat 2. Full disclosure, people, this is far from my favorite Mortal Kombat movie. I'm gonna just be real right now. Honestly, out of the 3 films that's been released, currently speaking, this is the one I've seen the least. And in most people's eyes, it's probably the best or most competent. I am a huge fan of the sequel, Annihilation. I don't care what you say, it's my shit, and it is what it is. Best believe that review will come someday. Alright, people, after the credits, we have this cold open where we see Shang Tsung, played by this guy. The most iconic performance in the entire franchise, by the way. So, yeah, I said it, goddammit. This guy's fucking awesome. He is beating the shit out of Liu Kang's brother. And it turns out, people, this is sort of a nightmare, a bit of a premonition, if you will.
Your brother's soul is mine. You will be next.
Hard cut to Sonya and Jax. And let me tell you, they fucked up the casting with Jax on this one. And they knew it too, because when you get to the sequel, it's played by a whole different brother. Completely different look to him. Anyway, people, they are raiding a club owned by Shang Tsung. But they're actually here for the iconic Aussie Kano. Even though I'm a huge fan of the 2021 version of Kano, I mean, that dude, he's my favorite part of that movie, honestly. Even though I'm a huge fan of that version, this it's kind of fun. Okay, I get why people are a fan of it. We're still setting up our cast here. Next, we meet Johnny Cage, who is the ultimate douchebag, and of course, I love him. This guy's on the set of a movie. I guess he's some sort of Jean-Claude Van Damme ripoff, which, of course, if you know that backstory related to Jean-Claude and Street Fighter, that's a whole other thing. We're going to cover that film someday, I promise. We meet Johnny when he's on set and he's not having a good time, let's just say that. He is threatening to unalive himself or kill the director based on his experience.
Where you going?
I'm going to my trailer.
No, you can't leave
I'm
me
going to get a gun, and I'm going to shoot myself for being in your movie.
You'll kill me. I'll be back directing traffic.
He gets word of the tournament and he's like, all right, fuck it, I'm in. But get this, people, he has to be ready by tomorrow. Like, nigga, just a regular Joe who works in a restaurant, I'm just a lead prep cook, okay? There's no way I could just, drop my life with a day's notice. He is fucking Johnny Cage, so, no, don't try that bullshit. But okay, with the logic of the movie, he's down. Next we cut to Liu Kang, who actually meets Raiden. Look at this white dude in the middle of his goddamn cultural appropriation cosplay. What is this bullshit? They even tried to use this look for like the first bit of the sequel. And then they quickly realized, this shit ain't working. But whatever, we got to get our characters together. So now everyone meets up at this fucking goddamn haunted ghost ship from the derelict Pirates of the Caribbean sets. Like, what the fuck is this creepy shit right here? I'm not kidding. Look at this old ancient Chinese spook house shit. And then we're using this to go to some goddamn mysterious island. Oh, this is just way too sketchy for me. But of course, this ship is ran by Shang Tsung. And he's got the two most iconic icons of the franchise with him. Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Goddamn yin and yang over there. A little bit of backstory. I used to have the first game on Super Nintendo up until about 5 years ago or so. I didn't realize that collection was stolen. It would have been great to have that shit on set today, or who knows, instead of the goddamn DVD, I would have just plugged up the Super Nintendo and just let the main menu just play out. But anyway, I don't remember much of a story from that game, but I played the shit out of it. Get ready for a bunch of horrible and dated CGI effects, okay? There's just no way around this, people. I gotta say this. I have never been a fan of the Goro animatronic. This is some goofy looking shit. Even for 1995, this didn't belong in Mortal Kombat. This is Power Ranger shit right here, at best. And since the effects aren't that amazing, I guess you kind of just are relying on the characters to pull you through the movie. Luckily for us, we have characters like Raiden or Johnny who are sort of chewing up the scenery. For the most part, though, the other ones are kind of stoic, bland characters. Everyone knows Liu Kang is gonna be the champion. You know what I mean? We have these tropes. Sonya's the badass chick amongst the boys who's, always a standout. About 22 minutes in, we arrive at the island. And Johnny, this man is lost without his goddamn assistants. Everyone up his ass. This dumbass walks off the boat with all his luggage, just falls flat into the goddamn water. What did you think was gonna happen, you goddamn moron? What are you doing? One thing I do need to say about this movie is the authenticity of the sets for the most part. The fight venues mostly resemble levels from the game. I'm not kidding, people. There's an actual creepy ass fucking tower that they climb to get to the main part of the goddamn venue. Alright, so far so good. And once we get there, Lou immediately locks eyes with Katana's fine ass. I don't blame him, keep it real, but to offset all that beauty, we gotta cut in with some ugly shit on this side. Goddamn reptile. Why design him like this? I mean, why? To my knowledge, I've never seen him like this, and you know what? I could be wrong. Whatever, let me know in the comments, but this version is so shitty. Shang Tsung decides to hold court. He's got everyone in one room, discusses the finer details. Actually, no, I take that back. He omits a lot of details here, but he discusses the basic rules of Mortal Kombat. Here's where we get a glimpse of Sub-Zero's power. He basically pulls a goddamn Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones scene. There's this really infamous scene where Harrison Ford was sick while filming, and he was supposed to do a fight scene. He's like, fuck it, I'm not doing hand-to-hand fight. I'm just going to shoot him. So basically, Sub-Zero does that to some big, muscled-up, oily guy. Which is kind of brutal, gotta be real.
Flawless victory.
I don't think they deserve that. At some point, this is where we meet Kano, who's just having a goddamn feast to himself. Goro and him have a conversation, or at least they try to. I say try because, once again, this motherfucker cannot articulate much. This animatronic is, it's taking me out every time. Anyway, Shang Tsung comes in talking about how he doesn't want Sonya to be harmed. It's like, well, why bring her ass then? What are we doing here? We know the rules. I mean, not entirely just yet, but The rules are very clear. What are we doing? It takes about 37 minutes for us to get our proper first fight. We have fucking Johnny, Sonya, and Lou versus a bunch of unnamed, shirtless, oiled muscle guys. Once again, it's like, all right, I really need this. It's very 90s. I'm just gonna say that. It wasn't working for me, but shit, I guess Raiden likes what he saw.
I don't think so.
Next day, we have round one. Liu Kang versus unnamed guy with dreadlocks. I laughed my ass off. Someone said that this was an early version of Cyrax before he became an android or robot, whatever the fuck. Okay, I can see it. Once again, the fight scene is just okay. I mean, I was more distracted by goddamn Liu Kang's hair. Woo! He is rocking that mullet. Of course, Liu Kang has to win because we don't know your name, dude. So quickly gets wiped off. This is where a twist is revealed. Shang Tsung leaves his throne. Of course, he's watching the entire thing. Steps down and just steals this brother's soul. Like, goddamn, man. This is a detail I would have liked to know yesterday. Hell, before I even came to the island. Next, you have Kano versus Sonya. Oh, yeah. And honestly, I had a little bit of fun with this one. Insert some horrible 90s fight music. That aside, they're trying, but you can clearly tell that they're just moving slow as all hell, so it's kind of taking me out. For a movie that's based around a fighting game, the fights seem to be like the part I'm struggling with. I just gotta be real, okay? It's not doing it for your boy.
Right, finish it.
No, no, don't.
Okay.
So yeah, the fight happens. They're clearly not trying to hurt each other. Kano loses. Immediately, we have Johnny versus Sub-Zero. This fight takes place somewhere in the woods. I get it. How in the fuck does Johnny lose sight of Scorpion? Nigga, he is in a bright yellow Power Ranger suit. You could see him from space at this point. Come on, man. But wait. They leave the woods at one point, and they end up on the set of this horrible 90s grunge music video set. I mean, I don't know what the fuck is this. Is this supposed to be hell? This is horrible. Say what you want, but they packed a lot of fights within these like specific 10 or 15 minutes of film. So you kind of get what you came for. Scorpion loses via fatality, and hey, I thought this was kind of cool. Literally, with no time in between, Liu Kang versus Katana. And those are sirens, so we're gonna wait. Be right back. So let's try this again. Up next, you have Liu Kang versus Katana, and the fight ends in a stalemate. No one dies, no one really loses. She just drops and kneels down. Obviously, she's doing this for a reason. I mean, she needs Liu Kang to move on, and you know, he's gonna be the champion here. We all know it's coming. She bows out so that Liu can take on Sub-Zero. And somehow she has developed these telepathic powers. She's able to goddamn just tell Liu Sub-Zero's weaknesses, and like, that's it. Fight's over then.
Use the element which brings life. Water.
Let's be real, people. We all know his ass would be a goddamn Kang sickle, but whatever. He wins. Let's move on. Forgive me, people. I'm laughing because at one point, I think it was around like the 57-minute mark. Feel free to quote me on that. Carl Douglas walks in. Now, if you don't know who that is, it's the guy who sings the kung fu fighting song? We all know it, okay? He walks in, gets his ass whooped by that goddamn puppet named Goro. I know it's not really Carl Douglas. Sorry, people. They had this motherfucker out here looking dumb as hell. Why he gotta lose a fight to this damn thing, man? Why? What did he do to y'all? Raiden comes back. Yes, remember him? He comes back to rally his 3 troops, Johnny, Sonya, and Liu. And it looks like we're prepping for the 3rd act here. I gotta be real, people. Christopher Lambert as Raiden. Man, it's just still not working for me. Cut to Johnny, who is still trying to put the moves on old Sonya Blade. Oh yeah, people. He saw that beautiful sun go down, and his ass was over there hoping her pennies would go down next. It didn't work out that way, of course. Anyway, who cares about that? Johnny takes on Goro for all of like 5 seconds. This is like one of the fight scenes from the infamous Street Fighter movie. Oh man, there's this huge setup for the fight and then it's over in a matter of seconds. Like, well, what y'all doing? Like I said, the movie knew they couldn't pull this off, so they have Johnny knock Goro's ass off a goddamn cliff. That's it. And remember, people, I told you, the loser gets their soul sucked out by Shang Tsung. So I guess he doesn't want that one all of a sudden. Whatever, people. Shang Tsung has had enough. He decides, let's go classic movie trope. Kidnap the girl. I mean Sonya. Raiden hangs back while Johnny and Liu head to Outworld. It's obviously where the bad guys come from. Look at it. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you this one thing, people. This version of Outworld looks so much better here than in the recent reboot. I mean, the other one is just a gray, barren wasteland. There's like no character or just really anything to it. So, props to the set design on this movie. Here's where we get a fight between Liu Kang and Reptile, which I don't want to really talk about the fight itself, but the way Reptile goes out, fucking gross. I'm gonna be real, yeah, this threw me off. Even like just a couple days ago when I rewatched it, wasn't really ready for that one. But after that, we get a rematch between Sub-Zero and Liu Kang. This fight is much better than the one they had earlier, in my opinion. Some of you are probably looking at me like, Henry, what the fuck are you talking about? Yes. So that is what I was thinking until the fight was over. It turns out that was actually Reptile, and they were doing the, the video game version. More akin to something I'm familiar with, and yet I didn't even realize it. That says a lot. I mean, it's spelled out for me, and I just still didn't get it. Hopefully you're smarter than I am. Yeah, I did not realize that was Reptile, not Sub-Zero. Katana comes back. Yes, remember the person who lost the fight and didn't give up their soul? Yeah, she comes in to fill out the female slot that was left vacant by Sonya. We've only got room for one at a time, apparently. Katana is so bored in her line delivery. I don't know if it's the actor just not giving a fuck, or maybe the actor's just not a good one. Either way, when you cut to her and then you cut to Sonya, who, by the way, since she was taken prisoner, she's had a makeover. It's very Star Wars and Leia-ish. Sonya is just going to be set dressing for the most part. She is bound by her hands and forced to watch as Liu takes on Shang Tsung. Not gonna lie, people, they actually really go for it with this fight scene. I would definitely call this one the highlight of the movie as far as fights goes. They saved the best for last. I say that until Shang Tsung decides, alright, I've had enough. He needs to summon some, I don't know, whatever the fuck these are that lives under the goddamn cement. I don't remember these from the game. That goes nowhere. So Shang Tsung pulls out his last card, Trickery.
Oh my!
He disguises himself as Liu's brother. Yeah, people, he's doing the whole take my hand and join me. We can save the world together. Everything's gonna be A-okay. Yeah. Liu Kang, I'm your brother. Honestly, he almost gets the drop on Liu using that disguise, but hey, this is Liu Kang we're talking about. Prime Super Cena. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? This motherfucker will not lose. If Shang Tsung didn't decide to randomly just go for a Naruto run mid fucking fight, maybe he would have lived. But his dumbass gets knocked into a goddamn spike pit. Flawless victory, my ass, Lou, okay? His actual brother does show up at one point, though, to, you know, sort of say farewell. Of course, it's his spirit or whatever, but out of nowhere, fucking Johnny and Sonya just come in like, where the fuck y'all been? I could have used you 5 minutes ago. They end up reuniting with Raiden at the monastery where Liu Kang comes from. All is well in the world. Until Shao Kahn arrives. Another classic villain. What the fuck? Yes, another classic Mortal Kombat villain arrives at the last moment to set up a sequel. I've already alluded to it. I love that goddamn movie. What I didn't love was this version of Shao Kahn. He comes in with the worst voice acting I've heard in just possibly any movie. I can't even do a proper impersonation because it would hurt my throat.
We pathetic fools, I've come for your souls. I don't think so.
Whoever is playing this version is complete crap. Luckily for us, this one ends with just a little bit of dignity before it completely humiliates itself. And that was Mortal Kombat. What can I say, honestly? Besides the fact that for this rewatch, this review, this was probably the most fun I ever had with this movie. I don't see myself coming back to it that often. As I said, it's currently my least favorite of the 3 released films. Who knows, the upcoming film could replace this one as my least favorite. But I will say, for a 90s film, for one based on a movie way before the precedent was set, it's a really solid time. So with that being said, let's get to the goddamn ratings. On the bullshit scale, high class. Yes, this is a good, bad movie. On my regular scale, I'm going to give it a rating of a high straight. Like I said, it's a solid experience. It's just far from my favorites. People, thank you so much for tuning in. I had a great time reviewing this one for you. Please do me a favor. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. What's your favorite Mortal Kombat movie? What's your favorite Mortal Kombat game? Off the top of my head, I think I'm going to go with Deception. It would have been Deadly Alliance, but Deception introduced Conquest Mode, and I remember being obsessed with that. For those of you who know, I'm just going to say the name Shujinko and, you know, hey, experience that nostalgia. Yeah, I love the shit out of that game, so I'm going to probably put that as my favorite. But either way, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. It's time to get the hell out of here. Cue the outro. Hey, it's me again, the guy from the thing you just watched. Feel free to check out one of the 2 videos on your stream, currently speaking. You can't go wrong with either or. Thank you so much. This time, it's for real. Deuces.